Benue State has had a lump share of the spate of killing, kidnapping, and degenerate security in the country premised on the activities of Boko Haram bandits and armed herdsmen. On Permutations today, we shall take a look at the selling point of the sitting governor of Benue State, Dr. Samuel Ortom, the defender of the Benue Valley. Can any of the intending governors for 2023 stand to make and defend a law to protect his people against the wishes of the federal might, risking his political ambition? My name is Idajo Aja. Join us after this short break.
My name is Odo Diego Kenyodo. Welcome to Permutation. On Permutations, we will be discussing the different political permutations as they relate to development issues.
Welcome back. Many attacks being meted on communities in the states are being reported almost on a monthly basis, with scores of fatalities and several others being injured. The latest major attack happened on the 13th of June 2022 at Igama community in Okpoku local government area of Benue State, killing 37 residents of the community, as reported by Premium Times. Dozens of houses were razed to the ground, while other 500 residents who were displaced by the attack are seeking shelter at Ojigo Ward and other neighboring communities. And on the 24th of July, 2 police officers, a university lecturer, and 2 others were reportedly murdered in separate attacks by armed herdsmen on Yelewata and Jota communities in Goma and Ortom local government area of Benue State, respectively. The Benue State government took some drastic measures to curtail the killings, including the promulgation of the State Open Grazing Prohibition and Ranches Establishment Law 2017. Looking at the background for the necessity of enacting the law, which Benue State House of Assembly passed unanimously after due process, include a very extensive public hearing and input from the Benue populace. Mr. Mike Gosa, the Benue State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, said between February 2013 and May 13, 2017, records compiled by the media in Nigeria indicates that Benue State experienced 46 attacks by suspected Fulani herdsmen, resulting in the death of over 1,541 people and massive destruction of properties, including schools, hospitals, residential houses, churches, farmlands in 15 local government areas out of the 23 local government areas of the state. The value of the properties lost have been put at a conservative estimate of over 400 billion naira. The local government areas affected within this period were Goma, Logo, Ukum, Kwande, Buruku, Boko, Taka, Kasnala, Makodi, Gwe West, Gwe, Ogbadibu, Otukpo, Agatu, and Apa. For instance, on February 29, 2016, the herdsmen invaded several Agatu villages and farm settlements in broad daylight, killing children, women, men, and the elderly population. When the gunshot stopped, over 500 villagers were reportedly killed and over 7,000 were displaced in 10 villages, including Akweyainfo, Okokolo, Adagbo, Odugbeho, and Odejo. The reason given for the attack included reprisal for cattle rustle and killing of herdsmen during conflicts arising from the grazing of cattle in the areas involved. People in several of the affected communities were living in perpetual fear. Many vacated their ancestral home for fear of being killed by the suspected herdsmen. But to put an end to this insensate attack, killings, and massive destruction of properties, including farmlands, the Benue State Executive Council sponsored a bill to the State Assembly to enact a law prohibiting open grazing and establishment of the ranches for the rearing of livestock in the state. The bill included the establishment of the Benue State Livestock Guide to assist the security agencies to enforce the law. The people of Benue State finally got what they yearned for. As an absolute necessity, they came out in their numbers to make contributions at the public hearing which were held in the headquarters of each of the 3 senatorial districts in the state, as well as Makurdi, the Benue State capital. And on May 22, 2017, Governor Samuel Ortom assented to the law, but directed that the implementation should be suspended for 6 months to give owners of livestock time to adjust to the new law, he said. 1 week after the signing of the Open Grazing Prohibition and Ranches Establishment Bill 2017 into law, on Tuesday, 30th of May 2017, the Fulani Sociocultural Group, Mieti Allah, under the leadership of Alhaji Abdullahi Bodejo, President, and Engineer Al-Hassan Saleh, Secretary, addressed a press conference in Abuja and vowed to resist the law. They vowed to mobilize their members nationwide and beyond to resist its implementation. The press conference was widely published in the national media, appearing on page 9 of Leadership newspaper and on page 41 of the Nation's newspaper of Wednesday, May 31st, 2017, and page 18 of the Blueprint newspaper of Thursday, June 1st, 2017, and several others. However, many Benue sons and daughters applauded Governor Samuel Ortom for his stand to ensure the passage of the anti-open grazing law that earned him the popular title of the Defender of the Benue Valley. The 2015 governorship election no doubt disappointed political pundits and history makers when Ortom emerged as the governor of Benue State. He started well, yes. He began on a steady note, but soon ran into troubled water when midway into his first tenure in office, issues of unpaid salaries and allowances took the front burner of his administration. With dwindling resources, he struggled to offset the wage bill, but the more he tried, the less result he got. Of course, the people became restive. Unluckily for Ortom, he had to face another battle of his life, one he never prepared for. He had fallen apart with his supposed political godfather, Senator George Akume, who vowed to give him Ambode of Lagos State treatment in Benue. Ortom was faced with the difficult choice of either towing the line of the party in Abuja or stand to defend his citizens being felled by the bullet, believed to be from the flanks of the herdsmen in what is now dubbed the Benue Massacre. East, west, north, south, Ortom believes that home is the best. So with all the threats, intimidations, and outright blackmail, even by highly placed person who ordinarily should have offered some sort of succor for Ortom, he refused to abandon his people. For him, his administration will be worthless if he abandons his people. Ortom stood like the rock of Gibraltar to wit, and I quote, "I am here because of the people of Benue State. Whatever happens to them, happens to me. I am a true descendant of my forefathers. I cannot abandon my people." End of quote. For Ortom, if defending his people will cost him the governorship seat, so be it. But he was convinced that history would be kind to him as a man who stood to be counted when it mattered. The governor has insisted that he will be objective and neutral on all matters, but he will defend to the last drop of his blood on issues of the welfare and security of his people. He demonstrated this further when he signed that law into bill, the Open Grazing Prohibition and Establishment of Ranches Law, to, among other things, promote a healthy and harmonious relationship between farmers and herders, to halt the incessant clashes orchestrated by trespassings and infringement of the other's right. It is instructive to note that open grazing, during which cattle invade and destroy farmers' crops, has been the cause of violent clashes between farmers and herdsmen, for which the state has lost thousands of our productive citizens. We go for a short break. I'll be right back. Welcome back. It's Permutation, where we talk about politics and how they relate to development. Security is one of the greatest problems in the country today, and the situation of Benue State is a microcosm of the entire nation. Now I present to you the governorship candidates for Benue State and the political parties they represent. The first on the list is the All Progressive Congress, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, and the People's Democratic Party, Honorable Titus Oba, and on the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, is Professor Bem Anwe, and Labour Party is Herman Hembe, and the All Progressive Grand Alliance is Joseph Wire. Beyond being a governor, Benue State needs a leader with boldness and a heart for the people. Another defender of the Benue Valley, not only in security matters, but also a defender from hunger, underdevelopment, unemployment, and poverty. Who among these contestants could be that man, the next defender of the Benue Valley? Let's get your comments and your input. And this way we wrap up the show for today. Please do share the story and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Idajo Aja. Thanks for joining us.